What is up, everybody? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video, and today we have an intriguing subject that many people aren't talking about. This is how the Republican Party, or, the good Republicans, like blue-collar populists, can get 60 Senate seats in the Senate. Now, this may seem crazy on paper. There is no way Republicans can reach this. Blah, blah, blah. It's over. It's over. It's over. Well, what if I told you this? What if I told you there is a very plausible way Republicans can do this? Now, before I start this video, here's a quick disclaimer. I know videos have been kind of dead recently, but I've been working on some documentary type videos. There's going to be a little bit of a change on this channel. I'm going to be doing more documentary stuff while also doing regular content every now and then, but there'll be more documentaries. I'm currently working on the rise and fall of Beto. That's an intriguing subject, but yes. So that's a quick disclaimer, blah. So before we start this map, hit the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes. So, what's going on in the Senate? Well, this is the current status of things. 50-50. And you can already see there's at least 3 states in particular. Montana, Ohio, West Virginia. Now, why are these states Democrat? Why are they Democrat? Blah, 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 blah. Well, West Virginia, of course, has the real president of the United States, and Joe Manchin. And John Tester's in Montana. Quite frankly, the only reason he's in is he's got lucky both times. Look who he's ran against. Both times. Or how many times he ran? I think it's 2 times. It's not been that hard of competition. But point is, that's 2024, right? So, we can already say for sure that those 2 guys are done. In Ohio, by that time, Republicans will have probably a safe state in Ohio. The voter file is indicating it's already a D+10 state. So even if Democrats won a lot of the independent vote, they would still lose Ohio by a considerable margin. So that's already 3 Senate seats without even lifting a finger. This is easy mode. This is just very easy mode on Hoi 4. Okay? Now we have to talk about the Southwest, because this will be where Republicans can make the most ground in a reasonable fashion. I'm going to focus on the 3 states because, folks, Colorado, 99% gone. Barring some miracle resurgence of Republicans in the state, it's gone. It's gone. Just ignore Colorado. I want to talk about Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. Now you got Nevada. This is the first state in the Southwest that has a real chance of becoming a new Republican-type state. I personally believe this. It's going to eventually become the next Arizona for the Republicans. Not like 2008 Arizona, where it was like 9-point victory Republicans. I personally believe that Arizona at a presidential level will eventually become like a lean red state. Party registration trends alone show this. And with North Las Vegas trending heavily for Trump, and with Republicans starting to put more effort into the Hispanic vote, you could see, Clark County eventually flipping potentially. That's where Las Vegas is. And with that alone, you got the state. And if Republicans run good candidates, which there are some solid candidates there, you got some meme ones like Rick Harrison, but if Republicans run good candidates, not that crazy to say they could win both Senate races. Not that nuts. Look at the demographics of the state. It's a fairly working-class state, especially Hispanic working-class voters. And then you got the Asian middle-class vote in Washoe County. Now, Republicans should make outreach with those voters, but that's another subject. That's for its own video on the middle-class Asian vote. That's in Washoe County. Which is really considered the swing county of Nevada. Well, it used to be. And that's where Republicans make grounds in that part of the state. But you just look at Clark County alone, folks. That state is trending Republican very, very subtly. But it's gonna become a lean red state in the future. Now you got Arizona. Folks, here's my opinion. Sinema is staying there. She's a new McCain. she's going to be the moderate that screws over the Democrats instead of the moderate that screws over the Republicans. She's going to give the middle finger to the Democrats every time they want to do something insane. So Sinema's staying there. She's trying to win that independent vote over in the state of Arizona. But Mark Kelly, though, we all know my opinion on Mark Kelly. He is holding on by a thread in the state of Arizona. He's being held on by pretty much a single vote away or he's done. He is just barely holding on. And he gave himself a little bit of leeway by voting for a minimum wage increase and being seemingly like a kind of a populist-esque in some issues, but he's really starting to hurt himself badly with stuff like the filibuster, the Supreme Court. I mean, even Republicans are in the state of Arizona are really making ads attacking Mark Kelly for not being like Sinema. And that's not a good sign for Kelly. Now, the issue is, will he make any dumb votes? And can Republicans run good candidates? Republicans have a lot of good candidates in the state of Arizona. Paul Gosar, he's not going to run. Andy Biggs. And you got Blake Masters. 3 solid candidates, but I do believe Masters will run. And he's a populist-esque candidate. And he put it on Twitter very realistically. Socialism may be bad, but the Republican messaging about socialism is shit. So that alone can tell you who he really is. He's not this crappy Republican establishment type. He's being pushed by Peter Thiel, who, if you don't know who he is, pretty good on figuring out who the real populists are in the movement. So he's getting backed by him, and I do believe he will run. If Republicans run him, that's another Senate seat. I mean, guys, you may say, oh, it's crazy for Mark Kelly to lose. He's being held on by a thread in that state. And folks, it's not going to become like Georgia in the future where it's be a safe Democrat. It's going to become like the next Iowa in terms of being a very purple state, or even closer to Florida. Now you got New Mexico. This may seem crazy. Absolutely. But there's a couple candidates statewide that did fairly well in New Mexico in 2020. In particular, Mark Ronchetti. And Ronchetti wasn't some crappy, moderate, I'm a moderate, No. He was an actual America First Republican. Only lost by 5 or 6. In a state like New Mexico, he only lost by 5 to 6. If run a good candidate in a red wave here, and with some trends showing New Mexico maybe turning the corner, I personally believe that New Mexico is going to become like the Southern Texas of 2024, where it's going to make a huge swing towards the right. Just take that into account, and you could win that race fairly solidly. I mean, New Mexico has a lot of working class voters that are social conservatives, and Ronchetti proved that. Ronchetti did fairly well with the working class Hispanic vote. Did better than Trump, in fact. You just got to get that messaging in order about pro-family, pro-culture, or pro-values, I should say, and pro-life. Those are 3 big things, and Republicans barely touched that. And when they did, you saw what happened in Florida. Everybody knows the famous Poor for Trump ad. Go look it up. It's one of the best ads ever. But New Mexico going red for one of the Senate races, not crazy if you take into account the state slowly is making a shift to the right. Very subtle, but it is happening when you look at the precinct data. Now you got Georgia. Outside of football, dude, for the Senate races, it's gonna be a bit tough, to say the least. But let's just ignore Georgia. In fact, let's just ignore Georgia for now. Just ignore it, because that's a very controversial state, which needs its own documentary, probably. But I want to focus on the big 3. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Wisconsin. You got Baldwin. She may not even run in 2024. And if you talk to people in Wisconsin, she won because she ran against 2 of the worst candidates ever in races in 2020 or 2012 and 2018. An establishment candidate in 2018 and a boomer former governor in 2012. And didn't really go well both times for the Republicans. And she still only won by like 6 the first time, and only by 11 2020 or 2018 or something like that. And that big of a blue wave here, not particularly well. And with the state continuing a red trend, And we even saw this in 2020. Most of the state trending Republican. Just suspicious stuff happened in 2 counties. I'm not going to get into it. But let's just say Republicans run somebody like Kevin Nicholson. Or, another good candidate like Sean Duffy. Hint, hint, please run. But you got 58 Senate seats right there. And most of these are not crazy. Outside of, New Mexico. Like, even if you take out New Mexico, let's say Pennsylvania. With Pennsylvania slowly trending Republican. It did trend Republican in 2020. That people mislead that. You run against not that well liked of a senator in the state of Pennsylvania, with a red trending state. It runs somebody that's, a blue-collar, populist type of candidate. Well, you got Pennsylvania. Then you got New Hampshire. Kristen Sununu is all about running. 59 Senate seats. You just need one more seat at this point. These are not crazy, mind you. These are reasonable. And that's not even taking into account a surprise flip in New Mexico. Michigan, make a single flip in Michigan, one of the Senate races, and you could do it without New Mexico. And even if you do with New Mexico, you got 61. So if, that clown in Utah, Mitt Romney, screws you over, you could still have a filibuster-free majority. But yes, this is not crazy, okay? You don't even need New Mexico in this map, right? But this is a potential path for Republicans to take to get a 60-seat majority in the Senate. If they do this, the filibuster's all but dead. It is DEAD dead. Okay? And folks, this is just going to get worse in the future. Michigan, both Senate races, eventually maybe will become Republican seats. Arizona, I think, is to be like 1-1. New Mexico, potentially 1. Minnesota, potentially 1. Folks, outside of Georgia and Texas, which I'm, again, debunking a lot, there's not many places for Democrats to make ground in. This is the part that people don't understand. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this type of video, hope you guys did, smash a like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.